Thanks, Vince. Thanks, bud.
Appreciate it. Good job.
Hey, welcome back. It's Still Whiskey. I'm Devin.
I'm Vince.
I'm Rich.
And today we are reviewing Elijah Craig Barrel Proof A125. It's a low year one. It's a low proof one. Let's see how it is.
What? Ah!
No, we like to
Elijah Craig Barrel Proof.
Yes.
A125, 10 years, 7 months, 118.2 proof.
Yeah,
Is this your bottle?
this is my bottle. I mean, it's all of our bottles, but it's at my house.
Fun.
It's
Yeah, so Elijah Craig, if you are new to the Elijah Craig game, they used to be always 12 years. And recently, I think probably it was starting what? Was it A batch last year or was it B batch last year?
What?
That they started doing the proofs.
It was before that. I'm
Oh,
pretty sure.
it was
before
oh my
that. Because
gosh,
remember,
it's been-
C923 was the one where we
Yeah.
were like, oh, they're back over.
Yeah,
they're back over 12
Might have been
years.
B523. It's been a bit.
it's been a bit.
But they started actually putting full age statements instead of just always saying 12 years. They started putting it on there. So we've had some that are above the 12 at 13.
And some-
we've had some that are 11. This is the second one, I think, at 10.
Just as a side note, I think that got a lot of hate, right? Why are they selling younger whiskey and da-da-da, right? And at some point you go, well, perhaps the master distiller said, hey, this whiskey is ready. I believe this whiskey's ready.
We've tried, we've tried
no.
some of those, and they
To be fair, you're fine. Okay.
the longer
So
age,
some of them
yeah.
are much better when
I would say most likely, instead of it saying it's ready,
I'm trying to give them a little bit of
I wouldn't be surprised.
very nice
I
of
wouldn't
you.
be surprised if it's more it was moving in a direction they didn't want, so they wanted to stop it.
I think so.
because it's
most
getting
likely.
worse.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Shoot.
that's what I also think.
Yeah. But you know, A batches typically for us have not been our favorite.
Right.
Not been our favorite.
These are the $50 bottles. They should be
Oh
$50.
yeah, that's right.
They-
Yeah, you came up with the
they
whole
really-
pricing scheme based on.
I
Matches.
support that. That would be great.
A is 50.
What is
B
your,
is
what is
65.
your best? I'll call it budget barrel proof. Out of curiosity,
My
because this is clearly not it.
best budget
Barrel proof. Budget barrel proofs.
larceny.
I'm gonna go Wild Turkey, rare breed. What about you?
George C. Stagg.
I mean, that's a solid choice.
All right, sorry, Stagg. I'll go Stagg.
Yeah.
Also not budget.
I mean, they seem to come to my hands for a budget.
Wow.
Wow. Okay. Bragger.
I don't know. I have to think about it. See what budget
Have a
was.
think about it. What do you think? What do you think of this?
Not bad on the nose. I obviously was expecting a lot more Sharpie on the nose, and I don't.
Out of any Sharpie in the nose, I got more vanilla in the nose actually. Oh, it's interesting. It's got a little bit more char than I think is normal.
Yeah, for a 10-year one. Oh, yeah, this is more charry.
This is good. I actually like this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's not.
you're
off,
like, wait!
it's not off-putting. Like, is it the best complex like of them? But no, but like, it's not
But I
off-putting.
think all of us came into the A batch being like, oh, it's
Yeah.
another A batch. Not that excited.
Yeah.
No, it has a lot of the notes of the ones we like in
this
the
is
C
good.
batches a lot of times.
Yeah.
Right, again.
You know, actually, so before we started this episode, I literally said I'm not excited about this because I thought it was going to be such a disappointment. And it is definitely not the best Elijah Craig Barrel Proof I've had. However, I actually think that it is pretty comparable to the larceny that I've just recently had. So,
Yeah, the barrel char on it's nice.
Do you guys not get the
Little spices.
Took like a bunch of vanilla in the nose?
Yeah,
I get
once
that.
you have the taste of it, a lot more of the nose comes through.
A little tobacco, a little leather.
I am pleasantly
But fruitier
surprised.
on the front end.
Yeah,
Tobacco
it's like
leather
a
on the
dark
back end.
fruit on the front. Like
Yeah, but the fruits on the front, those kind of leather notes are in the back. I really like this.
No, I
think
mean
this is
it's
really
good. Like it, I'd say this is typically more like what the B batches see for me. Right, it's moving the direction up.
Now, y'all watching might, you know, and Devin and the guys might, you guys might. I'm just wondering, did they bring this proof down intentionally? Did they proof it down to make it more palatable, to make it better? Because I've never had a Elijah Craig barrel proof that was this
low.
low.
I mean, it says underneath uncut straight from the barrel.
So that means
Okay,
If they're labeling that, I'm thinking they're not cutting it.
that does what it's yeah.
Feels like it lines up.
But you see why I said that? That's what it feels like. It feels like they went, and then they put water in it to tame it.
Yeah, I would say
This is good.
it could have come out, obviously from before they barreled it. It could have been a lot higher or a lot lower entry proof, and so and like because we don't hear much about the pre-process for some of this. If that's consistent, if it's different, barrels do weird things with angel shares, like with different things like that, like.
And these are what now, 80 or 85?
I think 80 for us in Utah is what the MSRP is. I've seen 80 to 100 is probably the typical for it, which it is unfortunate. I remember, C920. I remember buying about 3 of those.
Here's
and then I only have 1 left.
having some of these that recently have been rough.
This is a good one.
And rough is relative but if I saw this and I go, oh wow, it's only 118, it's 10 years, 7 months. In my brain, I'd be going, maybe I passed this time.
Yeah.
Right, and wait for the B batch.
But as I'm drinking it, I'm actually like, you know what? I would buy this.
Yep.
Yes, I would too.
Yeah, it doesn't line up with other A batches. So if you have been hesitant on the A batches in the past, this is one to definitely try.
What about grades?
I think it is a B minus.
I agree.
It's close to that wow, it's a great pour. It's just a little bit, not sharpy, there's a sharpness for me.
I was gonna go B, and the reason for that is probably not because I'm like, wow, this is really good whiskey. Probably more because I'm so surprised.
Yeah.
Right. Just to be honest, I was like, wow, this is actually really quite good. Not because it's wow, this is a great pour. So yeah, probably B minus is probably right.
Yeah.
But in some way, you need to understand I'm more surprised about this than I expect to be. What about on?
If we were to do the experience just on A, and compared to the other A's,
A batches?
Yeah,
this is much better.
Yeah, it's almost an A within the A batches compared to the others.
I
right?
agree. Yep.
What about on price at $80? And you mentioned larceny's what, 50?
Yeah.
That makes it hard.
So me personally,
You're gonna buy these if they change the price to $500. So
wow,
you love these.
I am a collector, and I like collecting things. It will. No matter what it is, it'll always be just one time. It will always start at a C for me because I will always want to get the next batch. I want to get the next batch, right? It is getting tougher at the $80 mark. I will be honest about that. It is getting tougher. The C's, I'll always kind of B's, but now having this, so I will put this one at a. I'll go consistent. I'll do B minus for me on this because I do think it is more than a fair deal. This is the reason why I do think that this is one of my favorite barrel proofs that are under that $100 range, and so.
Sure.
Right.
Okay.
I'd say B minus for me is where I'd go with this, right? Because I will always start the C.
Okay.
There are more expensive ones. It doesn't get crazy on the secondary. So that's
true.
Right?
That's
It's one of those ones that does stay pretty in the middle.
What about you?
All right, so I'm gonna go C plus, and the only reason I would come off from a B minus to a C plus is just because of the larceny factor that I could get a larceny. But the reality
Different
is,
mash bill.
yeah, they're different. They're different. Right, they're different. But the reality is, if I'm looking at the liquor store, I'm at the liquor store, and I see this for 80 and a larceny for 50, I'm just gonna buy them both. So,
I will say this: the larceny is non-age stated.
right.
It's true.
Right, at least Elijah Craig's, even if it's 10 versus their 12 or 13,
Yeah.
I think there's a reason why it's still at the 50.
Yes.
True.
Because we have less info.
Correct.
They could be putting 6-year whiskey in there.
Yeah.
So I would give this a C, and here's why. Because I would buy this one once because it's actually better than I expected. Most A batches I would not want to buy. Just to be really candid, because I think there's better whiskey, especially at $80. But this one, I actually do think it's worth buying just this one time. Even at $80. Let us know in the comments what you think. Like, comment, subscribe. Either way, at the end of the day, when all's said and done, it's still whiskey.
It is.
Still whiskey.
And it's good whiskey.
It's
This
pretty
one
good.
is better whiskey than we expected. You were going to be a hater.
I really was. I was prepared to
You should have not had any at all. We should have not let you try it.
I'm glad I did have some.
Yeah.
Maybe even a little nutmeg.
Hey, we'll see you next time. Cheers.
Bye.
Missed it.
Yep.
Did you try to?
And he did too.
Oh wow! Just
I'll add the date.
Add the tape.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was fully prepared to be a massive hater.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be a Sharpie mess.